Hello, hello. Hello. Hi, I'm Nelson Peñarela Castillo from Sullana, Peru, and this is another live connection for the people who are watching us live. Today is September 19th, 2022. Well, we are webcasting this today because the latest developments worldwide, as you know, well, for the people who are not following the news, on September 8th, Queen Elizabeth II of England passed away in Scotland. She was 96 years old, and she led the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland for 70 years. For the people who don't know, that's the full official name of the UK. Well, it's interesting because today all the world is expectant about what is going to happen with the UK in terms of the monarchy, and in fact, there is a new king, Charles III. So, well, maybe it's going to continue. But as you know, I'm here next to the library that is part of the set here in the newsroom. That is not a library. Is a real library. In fact, there are books. They are books, and I can prove it. For example, this one. I'm going to take a book random. Yeah, this is a book. Excuse me, I'm using just one hand because with the other hand I am holding the camera. Okay, this is a book, a real book. It's a real book. Okay, so maybe I said so because many people know that on television many things are usually false, are usually fake. Well, here nothing is fake. Well, so okay, holding on this library, on this books, on this book stage, I have to reflect with you something about history. Well, as I said to you before, Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, that was the full name of Elizabeth II, passed away on September 8th after 70 years leading the United Kingdom. Well, this is in the worldwide context, but for example, in Latin American context, on September 8th, Argentinians are mourning. Marciano Cantero, lead vocal of Los Enanitos Verdes, passed away the same date, but in Argentina. For the people who don't know who is this guy, Marciano Cantero was part of a wave that was called the Argentinian wave, that is part of the Latin American rock. Their hegemony, the hegemony of Los Enanitos Verdes, started especially in 1980s and continued until beginning 1990s. It's part of other great names like Soda Stereo, Hit, Fito Páez, or Charlie Garcia. Maybe people abroad don't know who I am talking about, but if you enter to your favorite music platform, your favorite music streaming platform, you are going to find many songs of those bands. And even on the streaming TV, there are many documentaries about the Latin American rock that I suggest you to watch. If you don't know how to spell all those names in Spanish, Los Enanitos Verdes, or the Stereo, Fito Páez, I don't know, you can send me a comment on the video, just here in this video, or maybe if you prefer a little discretion, you can get me on the chat on Facebook, and I can spell you those names in order you to find and to enjoy that music. Well, but there is not the only commemoration we are up to take these days. For example, on Sunday, when we usually webcast, you know, there is another important recent commemoration around the globe, and yes, I'm talking about the 9/11. As you remember, that day it was Tuesday, September 11th, 2001. 4 planes were hijacked in some East Coast airports in the United States. 2 of them crashed into the Twin Towers in New York. Well, this was a surrealistic picture that many people watched around the globe, even me, as a journalist, I mean. And other plane was crashed into the outer side, the outer wall of the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. And finally, the 4th plane is believed the passengers took control against the terrorists and crashed somewhere in Somersville, that's in Pennsylvania countryside. There's not clear what the target of that 4th plane was until now. There are many theories, but there's not clear what was the target. Many people say the White House, others say other federal buildings in the United States. We don't know. Only God knows what was the target of that plane. Well, it was a fact that get us around, a TV or a radio or the internet. I remember that day, for example, CNN.com, the website of CNN, for example, was collapsed, and was collapsed until CNN just set up a website, a simple website with a logo, one photo, and I don't know, maybe seven or 8 hyperlinks, but no more. Not the menu, not the advertising, not the other sections on the website, and they just changed the interface of the website. Well, remembers, for example, one broadcast I was so impacted was a Today's Show from NBC, and I remember the narration of Matt Lauer and Katie Couric trying to report live what was happening that day. So quiet, and what's impossible. I remember when the 2nd plane crashed into the other tower of the World Trade Center. They just remained silent, and behind the cameras, all the crew said something like, "Oh, yes." It was impossible to forget. Well, but for example, in Latin American context, that same day, but in 1973, Chile's president Salvador Allende was died in a coup led by General Augusto Pinochet. And the interesting thing that recently on September 4th, just last Sunday, Chile were to vote a new text for a new constitution that was finally disapproved by 71% of the voters. That constitution was going to replace the constitution that was promoted and approved by Augusto Pinochet in 1989. Well, Chile decided to stand with that constitution from 1989. And well, other anniversary, I don't know, but I don't know if you coincide with me, but September means to be a month with many history, many actual, many past history, and we are remembering many facts. For example, on my next live connection, maybe for the next live connection, I'm going to remember older fact that happened just the last year that impacted me so much. Impacted me so much. And well, but my reflection today is until what point we are letting others are writing the history. Are we writing our own history? What's your position about? I don't know. Many things happen in September. For example, for you, what's what's the fact you believe is the fact that impacted in your life, and what happened in September? Yes, in September, in this month, the 9th month of the year. Well, changing the issue just a little. I told you about music, the Latin American music, and I have to announce you that if you enter to factortierra.blogspot.com, you are going to find a story with music. In fact, it's about a group of 4 guys in Piura City, here in Peru, who joined to make a polyphonic music. Yes, polyphonic music is like a little choir with 4 voices: tenor, baritone, soprano, and the alto. And you have to go to factortierra.blogspot.com and check the story. The story is so beautiful because we talk about the polyphony and the benefits for the health, and inclusive those guys are talking us what benefits that kind of music were bringing into their life. So you can get it on factortierra.blogspot.com. So what's my other reflection? Well, history is important to study, to hold, and to think about. Why? Because we must learn about the historic events to extract the lessons, to take the positive, to try to change the negative. In other words, learning. That's life about. Well, and this is my reflection today. As well, if you want, I take other issues on my live connection. Just write me a comment. Just leave me a comment on this video, and I will be so pleased to read you and to comment you and to interact with you. If you prefer, you can get me on the chat, and I don't know, there are many things to get me and to contact me in order to stay in conversation. We need to stay in conversation, and a pacific and an intelligent conversation. And this is Life Connection about. This is all for today. Thank you for joining me. For the people who followed me until this moment, thank you for all this preference. Thank you to the people that is following me here in my community. Gracias a toda la gente que me sigue en mi idioma y que están viendo este Life Connection. Muchas gracias por seguirlo y por ver las historias. Gracias a todos y todas. And the people abroad, thank you for your preference, and thank you. Greetings to the people in Bangladesh who are following me. Greetings to Nerob. I usually chat with you, and all the people in Bangladesh that is following me. In Bangladesh is 12 hours of difference from Peru, but they watch this live. So thank you, stay in touch, and I promise to be in other live connection with more interesting things to comment and to inform. And I hope to to stay outside the next time to get you a great story to share. So I leave you just a little, and I hope you have a nice day. Thank you. Bye. Take care with your health. Read the books. Books are very important. Reading is so important. Bye.